Alright, so here it is. This is my personal opinion. Take it how you want. I'm probably gonna piss people off on both sides of this. But that being said, I am 110% for protest. Freedom of speech. I'm 110% done for it peacefully. Again, I don't condone violence. Well, I should say this better. I don't condone the killing of innocent people. I can understand the anger, the frustration, the feeling of it's the only way we're gonna get a point across. But what I don't condone, what I can't understand, do not target. Shit. I know there are some bad officers out there that do disgrace the badge. And coming from a family where I have black officers in my family and white officers in my family, I can tell you there are some really good ones out there too. But targeting the officers as a whole, all of them together, is no different than targeting all of us because we're black. We want to get a message out there. We want actual justice, actual equality. We want to be seen 100% equal, not just equal when it's convenient. I've been arguing this with people for a few days now. You cannot make the comment, all lives matter, but treat some other people in some other colors like, yep, you matter, just not right now because mine takes priority. I have told people, treat others the way you want to be treated. The Bible even says that. That doesn't just mean the person next door or my wife and kids. That means every interaction I have with someone, whether I know them or not, I need to treat them the way that I want to be treated. Because if I treat them with disrespect and anger, what do you think they're going to do back to me? They got no reason to be nice if I'm just going to be a jerk from the get. This country needs to come together. And I am so deeply saddened for the lack of right leadership. Because you can't just tell the black people to chill the fuck out and expect all these problems to go away. There needs to be a leader that stands up and says, this is wrong, we're going to fix it. And actually do something that fixes a problem. Now, don't get me wrong, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. They're going to have an opinion, and I get that. But let me tell you something. I'm 31 years old. Like I said, I got officers on both sides of my family. I have military members on both sides of my family, white and black. 31 years. And I'll even go this far. I grew up in a white household. I have had white privilege extended to me. Not because I look white, because believe me, when I walk down the street, they do not see a white man. But I have grown up in the false sense of security that when I have an interaction with an officer, it isn't because of the color of my skin. And I'll be honest, I don't think I've had that many interactions where it's been the color of my skin. Not saying that I misinterpreted it, because like I'm about to explain, I've never had to fear a badge. I just assumed that they were pulling me over because I did something wrong. 90% of the time that I've ever had an interaction with an officer was because of something that I knew I was doing wrong before I had that interaction with the officer. There have been times, though, where, I wasn't doing anything. I was asked questions, and I just didn't have a fear of that badge. But after watching that video, that man took something that was supposed to mean protect and serve equally all peoples, and I got made to fear that badge. Do you understand that? 31 years old, I've never been scared of a badge in my life. And because of one man's actions, I was riding around doing my job, DoorDash, just my weekend job. An officer got behind me. I turned down the road. He turned down with me. Got right up on the back end of my car. I assumed he was just reading my plates. I paid for my insurance. It's full through the end of the year. I've got full coverage. My blinkers work. I check them daily. I have my license and registration. I was doing nothing wrong. And some of you want to say, well, George Floyd, he did this in his past and he did that in his past. Everybody's got a past. All right? But I can tell you, I've never been arrested. I have no criminal record whatsoever, so I have no reason, at least that's what I should feel. I should feel that I have no reason to fear an interaction with an officer. I made my second turn. He followed behind me. This went on for about 4 minutes total from beginning to end. I go to make my third turn. He is still right behind me. He flips on his lights. I go to pull over, and I realize as I'm pulling over, I have tears coming down my eyes. He didn't even pull me over. He flew on past me, went down the road and went and did some other stuff. And I was still in tears because I was afraid. I was like, what am I possibly doing wrong? I've got insurance. My blinkers work. I'm not speeding because I'm using my cruise control. One man's actions made me afraid of something I've never been afraid of in my life. But I don't want to see my brothers and sisters. I don't want to see us make the same actions and same mistakes that one man made. I don't want us to repeat the same violence that we're seeing on the TV. I don't want us to repeat the same violence that's gone on for centuries. That's not right. Don't target someone because they're a police officer. How's it any different than being targeted for being black? We need to make a change. Martin Luther King made the biggest changes in this country, and that man did nothing violent. Like I said, I don't condone the killing of innocent people. I am 100% for peaceful protests, but I also can't understand the anger, the frustration, the fear, and the reason why to feel like there's nothing else to do but act out. I'm going to leave y'all with this. I'm tired of hearing, I'm so sick of this us versus them mentality. If you want the us versus them mentality to change, first you got to stop the actions that cause the divide that causes the us versus them mentality. I'm telling you right now, if we all show some fucking love, just think of that. If everybody showed love from the get, we're moving forward. I know that, yeah, there will be someone out there that whether you show them love or not, they still want to act up, but that's them. Don't let them define you. Think about it. We don't want to be looked at as hypocrites. We just want to be treated equal. Actual equality. Tell me in your mind, what does that look like? Thank you.